Hi kids, Mr. Rondinero back again, and I hope things are going okay for you. You're still learning and studying at home and getting smarter by the day. We'll get through all this and things will get back to normal eventually. Meantime, I've got another Rex the Wonder Dog story for you. The chicken's into it. He's kind of hugging close. He likes these stories. Well, one day the dogs were hanging out in the yard in the sun and several crows landed in the grass. Rex said, "Oh boy, here we go." You see, Rex's second favorite thing to do was chasing birds. Number one on the list was squirrels. Well, bark, bark, bark. Rex was on the move and the crows scattered, except for one. He flew to a nearby low-hanging branch and just stared at Rex, almost taunting him. Bark, went Rex. Caw, went the crow. And on it went. Bark, caw, bark, caw. Rex tried his super loud bark. The crow yawned and gave an unimpressed caw. Rex tried his super long repeating bark. That always worked on squirrels. That earned a bored double call from the crow. Well, the racket finally brought Grandpa out of the house. He shooed the crow away and brought the dogs inside. Rex's throat didn't feel very good after all that barking. He drank some water and that helped a bit, but it still didn't feel quite right. Well, that evening he was out on the deck and saw a squirrel near the bird feeder. Rex tried his bark, but all that came out was a tiny little squeak. Rex had lost his bark, his favorite thing. That night, Nana put the dogs in their beds in the kennel inside the garage. It was cold, so she turned on the electric heater as she usually did. Rex's bed was on the end next to the heater. During the night, it started to crackle and pop, waking Rex up. The noise didn't sound good to him, and then he saw sparks coming from the heater. Rex knew this was bad. He had to sound the alarm. He ran from the kennel into the garage. He stood next to the door to the house and gave his loudest super bark. Nothing came out but a tiny little squeak. Oh no, his bark was still gone. What to do? Rex scratched at the door, but Grandpa and Nana had gone to bed and couldn't hear it. So Rex looked around the garage as he wondered what he could possibly do to sound the alarm. Aha! He saw all the garden tools leaning against the wall. He remembered the noise they made that time he ran into them while chasing a squirrel. It was worth a try. Rex lined himself up so that he'd knock down every tool one after the other in one big noisy mess. He ran as fast as he could. Blam, bang, boom, down went the tools, the rakes, the hose, the shovels. It all worked beautifully until he hit the sledgehammer at the end. He saw a few stars on that one. But Grandpa and Nana came running out the door to see what was going on and saw Rex underneath that pile of tools. Just as Grandpa was about to scold him, Rex squirmed out from under the mess and ran to the kennel door, jumping up and down and trying to bark, but only squeaking. Nana went over to the door and said, "Something smells funny." Grandpa said, "I smell it too." He opened the kennel door and the other dogs, now wide awake, ran out. Grandpa saw the heater sparking and smoking. He went to pull the plug, but it was too hot. He quick got some thick gloves and then pulled the plug out and the heater stopped smoking and sparking. Rex had saved the day, saving the other dogs from the smoke and heading off a possible fire that could have burned the whole house down. Grandpa said, "Rex, we call you a wonder dog because we always wonder how you managed to get into trouble. But this time you really were a wonder dog." Rex squeaked in agreement. Rex liked being a hero. Not only did it mean extra biscuits, but it felt good. Now he just needed his bark back. Tomorrow was another day.